What's up, everybody? I'm Kansu, and this is Crystal Corner. Today's video is going to be about synchronicity. Co-star my dog Coco. Move, dog. Sit down, please. She's a good dog. She listens. It's going to be about synchronicity today. First things first, we have merch available on crystalcorner.bigcartel.com. I'm going to put the link in the description of the video. You can go grab this and other things crafted by me. Help you get up on that wave. But back to today's video. So boom. Synchronicity. What is it? What the fuck is synchronicity? Does anybody know? I mean, you hear the word. People like to use it. People like to use shit, but they don't know what the fuck it really is. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to break it down today. Synchronicity is a series of events that line up in a specific way to try to give you a message. The universe communicates in symbology, okay? Symbols, symbology. It's the study of symbols is called symbology. It communicates in symbols, and the main one that the universe loves to communicate with you with is numbers, because we understand the universe is created off a numerical code, right? You can go on Google right now and look up the source code that scientists have discovered that shows how the universe is patterned or put together, kind of like a video game. They said it was a bunch of zeros and ones. If anybody knows what zeros and ones are, that would be the binary code that computer programs are built off of. So what they're basically saying is we live in a holographic universe that's coded by numbers. It's pretty much a big video game. But how does it communicate with you through numbers? Anybody ever heard of angel numbers or master numbers? Those are messages. You know, master numbers would be like 11, which would be a gateway. 22 is showing you the duality of things between you and another person or a situation around you. 33 would be the biggest master number, not necessarily the biggest, but one of the big ones, because that communicates to you the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and Mother. We ain't gonna say Father, Son, and Holy Spirit because that shit trash. It's Father, Son, and Mother, or Asar, Aset, and Haru. Or your higher self, or your superconscious, your conscious, and your subconscious. Got on the tangent, I don't even know. Oh yeah, because we were talking about number 33. Okay, so boom. It's also 33 vertebrae that go up your spinal column, right? You see my co-star? Say what's up. Lay down. She's shaking my hand. 33 vertebrae in your spine, right? Those 33 vertebrae correspond with your 7 chakras. These are the chakras right here. Okay? So once you activate all 33 of those energetic nodes, or I think they're called like ganglion or something like that. It's a group of nerves. However those are grouped, those correspond with your chakras. So the first one is your root chakra, which we've gone over before, which is the base of your spine or your tailbone. You have your solar plexus. Sorry. It's root. Then it's, excuse me. You throwing off the flow, bro. Your sacral chakra, which is just below your navel, kind of like in your pelvic region, okay? Then you have your solar plexus, which is around here. Your belly button is about right here. So in this area, your solar plexus. Your heart chakra, which is here. It's the green one. Your throat chakra is right here. Obviously, it's in your throat. Excuse me. And your crown chakra, which is that soft spot in the top of your head or right above here, okay? That's why 33 is a master number. It's telling you that you've activated that light pillar, or you're activating all of your chakras in upward fashion back to the cosmos. This painting's called Kansu's Universe, and there's a lot of different codes in here about things that I'm talking about. You know, like the pyramid right here. Pyramid is a power center. If you meditate inside of a pyramid, like this void right here, you come out your light body right here, which is called a Merkaba, out through the top of the capstone of the pyramid. That's why they took them away. You know, pyramids in Egypt don't have no capstones because they don't want you to be able to shoot up out through this portal up here. In other words, they don't want you to know about how to activate your 7 chakras right here. But that's what I'm here for. We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you phone home and activate this light body right here. Get your chakras going so you can get your aura popping. Just like that, we're going to be the Thundercats out here. But back to what I'm saying. Synchronicity. Just me explaining that probably helps somebody figure out a little bit more detail about how this whole thing works. What are my chakras? What are they for? You know? Synchronicity basically says that everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence. And I know for sure y'all out there have heard that before, that there are no such things as coincidence. There's no accidents. God don't make no mistakes. You ain't said nothing slick to a can of oil. Shouts out to one of my favorite movies, Idlewild, but that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? God don't make no mistakes. You are a creator, you a God, you don't make any mistakes. Every choice that you choose serves your highest good, whether you might deem it good or bad. There's really no such thing as good or bad. There's only high vibrations or low vibrations. Everything down here in this 3D realm is basically here to serve a lesson for you, to teach you something. And that's why we need to pay attention to the numbers, because they're here trying to teach you something. It also communicates in situations where you could be going about your day, you know, like just thinking about random stuff, trying to pick up things that you might need, and be thinking like, damn, I wonder if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or I wonder if I'm headed in the right direction. And then you bump into somebody on a random trip to Walmart that you ain't seen in forever, but they were interested or needed to know some stuff that you just needed. You just knew that you already had. That you might not have brought it up or anything like that. He'd be like, you know, I'm really interested in whoop-de-woo, might be crystals, or, you know, maybe playing cards, tarot cards, or maybe where you go paintballing on the weekends, you know, whatever it is. But because you were there at that point in time to give them that message, that was a synchronistic event showing you the answer to your question. Am I headed in the right direction? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Absolutely, because you just had an event that shows you something. Now, I love to give everybody the left and the right side, the flip side, if you rather, of how things go. So, like I said, there's no such thing as good or bad. It's only different events, right? Let's say it's a situation that the world might deem as a negative situation. Like, I don't know, maybe somebody, this actually happened to me. So maybe you might wake up one day, you might be on a business trip or something like that, and it's your last day, you don't have nothing to do, so you're just gonna chill and then, you know, leave out a little bit later in the afternoon, just, you know, relax because you had a long week. But something woke you up at like 7:30 in the morning and was like, get your ass up and leave. Jiminy Cricket, I like to call it. You know, that voice in the back of your head, it'd be like, get your ass up and leave. You'd be like, no, I'm not gonna leave. And if yours is like mine, motherfucker, if you don't get your ass up right now and leave, I'd be like, all right, cool. So I get up, pack my shit, I leave. I'm driving down the freeway back, and somebody called me on the phone. It was like, yo, you good? I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I be? They was like, yo, it was just a 29 car pileup right down the freeway on I-8, whatever the fuck it was. I don't remember. But on that freeway, it was a 29 car pileup or some crazy shit like that. I was like, no, I literally just left like 15 minutes before they called me. And if I hadn't have got my ass up like Jiminy Cricket told me, I would have been in 30th in the 29 car pileup. You see what I'm saying? That was a synchronistic event. That's me following what my higher consciousness is telling me to do, and I avoid situations that I could get fucked up in. Now, like I said, synchronistic events. That showed me, yes, I'm listening. I know that I'm not tripping, because when I hear this voice that tells me to do something that might sound crazy as hell, and I do it, it'd be something just like that. I avoided a 29 car pileup on the way back home on some ice. You see what I'm saying? Synchronistic events. They could happen in a number of ways. You just got to be able to pay attention to the signs that the world is giving you in order to get those messages. Okay? Now, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I got family down, down south. So when I was a kid, me and my mom used to play this game called, what the fuck we used to call it? The license plate game. We used to play the license plate game. And for y'all that don't know what the license plate game is, the license plate game is when you driving down the freeway on a long trip, going somewhere, could be wherever, and you get bored. You might be listening to music, be like, yo, let's just pick out what different license plates we see, because we from Ohio, so what license plate do I see on the freeway? You might see like a New Jersey plate, you might see a New York plate. Like I said, I'm from Ohio. You might see a few California plates, maybe Ontario, Canada. Shouts out to y'all in the six. And then when you start getting further south, you might start seeing like weird ass Kansas plates or New Mexico plates, just stuff that you would never see. But I said that to say those are the best way for you to get messages, because all license plates have numbers on them. Okay? If you take those numbers and you just look, just driving, you might see a random 1111 or 8888 on a license plate. You might see 4 sevens, or you might see 303 or 2134. Those are all messages, and you can go on the internet and look them up and see what it's trying to tell you. That's the easiest one. Most of y'all drive. Even if you don't, you sit in the passenger seat on the bus, on the maybe not the train if y'all in bigger cities. Here, our train is above ground, so you can still see cars. But I said, pay attention to them license plates. Get them messages. You always out, you know what I'm saying? But pay attention to the world around you. I'm sure your parents told y'all to pay attention to what's going on around you. But let's take that to a higher level so we can activate and phone home to where we supposed to be going. You feel me? I'm not talking about no existential heaven. I'm talking about getting back to the cosmos where we belong, back on top. Not saying we trying to rule the world or anything, but I'm saying we're cosmic beings. We're just here to learn a lesson to get back home. The spiritual realm is the most important thing we can get. You know what I'm saying? I'm a great Jedi because I stand in the middle. I tell you the left side, what could go bad, and I tell you the good side, or what could go good. Just to give you real life examples of how you can get messages and further strengthen your synchronistic senses. It's like tell you only have 5 senses, but it's way more than that. I'm trying to teach you how to get back into them, okay? So the word for today is synchronistic events. If you don't understand what I said, shoot me an email. I'll put the link at the bottom of the video. You can get at me on my website at crystalcorner.bigcartel.com for merch like this and plenty of other things. I do tarot card readings, consults if you have questions. I have oils, I have crystals, I have real life art, you know what I'm saying, in a clothing line. So whatever you need, I'm here to help. Again, I'm Kansu, and this is Crystal Corner. Pay attention to them license plates and them synchronistic events, and I'm going to get at y'all at another day. Peace.